Hi, and welcome. I'm Raina, a homemaker and lover of all things nature. And this is Jason, an experienced farmer and seasoned landowner. Together, we are Golden Acres. Join us on this journey here as we learn, grow, and stumble along the way.
How's everybody doing? This is Jason with Golden Acres, and today we are at the property and we're putting in a little fence system for the pigs. They've been at their other enclosure for way too long, so it's time to get them over to this one, which has a lot more food in here, a lot of shade. It's roughly an acre and a half, so we're gonna kind of turn them out in here, and what we have is a timeless fence system that are fiberglass poles, and it's our first time using it, but I've heard really good views about it in various YouTube channels and whatnot that I've seen. I came through with the T-post pounder, and Rain came through with the fiberglass posts, and what she did is she took the little like hand roller measurer McJigger. We'll get it for you later. I'll show you what it is. We use like a Lufkin, and it's a little thing with the roller wheel, and you just hit the little button, it resets itself at 0 and counts up as you roll across on the earth. So we set them at 16 foot, and you can see it kind of zigzags through here, goes back through this more open pasture into some brush, cuts down our neighbor's fence line, comes back up the hill, and then is at that corner. And I would say that that corner is 40 foot over there from this current corner. So it's going to be a pretty big upgrade for them. And like I said, there's more shade, there's more forage, and acorns, which we're really excited about. So we just...
What about acorns? What did they do to it?
We're super excited.
No, like, don't they do something to the, they make it flavor? Or you said some of the most, tell me.
Yes. Okay. So we're very excited about the acorns because they are supposed to make the meat taste extremely well. Now, I don't know every single thing about this, but it's supposed to make the meat more tender and just more like nutty flavored, super tasty. And it basically, I based it on a couple videos and books that I saw on Iberican ham, which is from the Spain area. And what kind of clicked in my mind was that region is Mediterranean, kind of like this is Mediterranean. So we're in the same exact climate. There's one of only 2 of them on planet Earth. So we're very lucky. Consider like the grapes and such that come from Spain and a lot of the fruits and whatnot that it's known for. So because we have the rolling like chaparral forest with a bunch of oak trees and a lot of acorns, I figured I'd kind of graze our pigs out here and try to take advantage of quite a bit of the same things that they're taking advantage of in Spain. And it is the most expensive ham from what I read on planet Earth in the Spain area. And you could probably look that up. I believe it's called Iberican Jamon. So yeah, very interesting. And that's what we're doing with this.
All right, so we've already mapped out most of the course and left the last 3 to record. So, because I've never done this before, so this is my first time. So now that I'm a pro, let me show you. So you press a little button, we'll give you a close-up. But you press the button there and you get it to 0. And you put it on the ground, and you want to try and go in as straight a line as possible, because you don't want the stakes bending anyway, because they'll be more strong if they're standing up straight. Okay, so now we keep this on the ground. As long as it's on the ground, it's spinning. I learned that you don't have to worry about going forwards or backwards, because it'll go backwards. Like, I'm at 0 right now. Oh, 3. Oh, back to 0. We're going 16 feet. What we've been doing, how we've been working it together, is my job is I measure the 16 feet, I mark it with my foot, and then I check the line, and I put the downward tip of the stake in line with the last one. The downward tip right there, you want to make sure that one goes into the ground, not the end with the holes. So kind of look where you came from and look where you're going and make sure you're at a good point, you know. And then Papa Bear will come through and he'll double check my work. And then we do the next 16. You don't have to worry about it being exactly 16. It can fluctuate a little bit, but get it real close when you can. Downward tip. Whoop. I got a little curve there, Papa Bear. Is that okay? All right. And the last one, I know it's not 16 feet away, so I'm just going to walk up and put it where I want it. All right.
I'm about to hit these with the T-post, and you know, I've probably, I don't even know, I've done about 30 of these or so, 20 maybe, and they flex a little bit, which I'm not saying is good or bad. From what I read, they say that allows it to flex slightly when it is under tension and whatnot, which is supposed to make it last a lot longer. I've heard these will last a lifetime, so we'll see if that's true. But they, just as opposed to a normal steel T-post that I'm used to, that doesn't really flex much at all. It feels a lot more stiff, and so you notice that power feels like it transfers through better. I don't know, just kind of feels like it has more penetration or whatnot. So yeah, that's where we're at. Let's get it. All right, there's one. I'm just eyeballing this, but it looks like the bottom hole is about 12 inches off the ground. 12 inches, I think it's 2 inch spacing, so 12, 14, 16. I'm going to do 2 strands of electric fence. So I'll try to get it down further so that our first strand's maybe around 6 to 8 inches, and then maybe go 10 or 12 for the second. So I'll make sure I get that bottom hole further down, then on to the next.
It looks really dry and powdery down there.
So I'll reassess that one. I might move her 3 or 4 feet down, just break that line and cut across, and not even mess with it very much, because I'd rather not be into this rocky shit. I'd rather be lower.
You're saying break from this one?
Or just, no, I want like another one, but maybe like here and then over.
Okay.
So a little quick explanation on how to pound in a T-post. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, this is a fiberglass T-post versus a full steel T-post. It's the same concept. I've noticed that you want to be a little more firm when you're hitting it, I feel like. Not firm as in more downward force, but firm as in like more push through drivability, or drive. Like through the drive. I feel like you can hit the steel stake and just kind of whip it in, like real quick. You can't really do it with these because they flex too much, at least when you're in super hard ground. So I found that, yeah, that's how I would pound it in. But I was kind of just showing Rain here how you do it. And T-post pounder or hammer, 2 handles on it. It's hollow in the bottom side. Stick it over the T-post. You see this little curve in the handle, you want that towards you. Kind of line it up with where you want it in the fence line. Then you would raise. You don't want to raise over the top of the stake because then it would fall out. But you want to raise fairly high and then use your force. I try to drive with my back and my core, and you pound it in. And so it's those
kind of do like a crunch.
Yeah, kind of like a crunch.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of tug down, but you'll find the rhythm that works for you. I found that's what works best for me.
All right, thank you. Okay, I've never done this before, and this isn't hard ground, so do what he says, not what I do. I got this. Still pretty powdery and hard. You want to try? All right, round one, first try. I couldn't get it. It's still hard and rocky right here. So I'm going to search around right here for a spot that feels more like soft and wet. But we don't want to go so far away from it because it has to be in a straight line. It's all hard. We're gonna give it a try. Left foot forward. I'm getting all crooked. I think you've got to do it. There you go.
Peace.
I have to say that after I took off the little T-post pounder, my stick is more stuck than I thought it would be. Like, it's not too bad, so he's just going to finish the job. Go, Daddy. Ay, caramba.
A little better.
Good job, honey.
Thank you, baby.
I love you. So we're putting 2 on the corners to make it more...
Not every corner. Some of them I just want to...
Because this one's such a big bend.
Like, I want to start it off with a nice solid corner. And I could always add another one. They sell these big H posts, but they're pretty pricey. So, like, I want to get this first paddock set up, and as I rotate through, I might come back and reinforce the corners with those H's, which that's a T. So
okay.
The H just has more geometric structure in there, and it's a lot more solid. It won't bend and flex as much.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Okay. It wasn't recording when I first started talking, but we're putting 2 on the corners. On some of the corners, right here, because it's a bigger corner from there to here to where I'm standing. So we're just reinforcing a little bit.
I'm reinforcing so it's not as flexible at the corners and holds more tension. It's not gonna work. I can just tell right away.
Because it's so hard?
When it's flexing that much, it's not gonna go through. I hit a big rock, or bedrock could be right here. Yeah, we haven't had rain for a long time, as you can see. And bedrock's pretty close at some of these areas. Cool.
All right. Are you going to come through here and cut this?
I'll trim whatever sticks over the line.
Uh-huh.
So like right here, like I'm not going to trim it because of how low it hangs, but if it encroaches on the line itself, I'm just not going to let anything within a foot or 2 of the line.
Because it could start a fire, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that it could start a fire, but it could definitely short it out, or
Okay.
I just don't want to have it cause issues. Even the weight of a limb falling on it, depending on the size. I don't want to just create any issues that don't need to be there with just a couple simple trimmings of trees, because where I weed whacked back there, we have plenty of space. It's just a very small area, like right here and on the other side.
Okay. Hey guys, I was sitting here editing this video and realized we didn't do a closing shot. So I just want to say thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned. There's obviously the fence is not done, so we still need to put the wire up and move the hogs, and who knows what else. Jason knows. I don't know. So stay tuned for other videos and we will show you how we get this done. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye. Now, the Papa Bear is going to show you how to pound them. All right. 1, 2, 3, go to Pound Town, baby.
Getting you on Planet Earth could work. After that being said to them, fuck, that's fucking funny, baby. Oh, shit.
Okay, let's see
All
what
right.
you got. You're so fucking sexy. Oh, watching you do that?
Why?
Cause.
Can you take your popsicle?
Yeah.
Takes me too long. Wow. Damn. I didn't even think about that part. I just tried to muscle it off. That's where you feel a little more advanced than me. That's funny.